Let me ask you something real quick. What if one small shift in how you market your home service business, could be roofing, HVAC, plumbing, remodeling, could double the amount of qualified leads you're getting every single month? Would you want to know what it is? But here's the truth. Right now, your ideal customers are out there searching for exactly what you offer. But they're not finding you. They're finding your competitors instead, the ones who understand what's working into 2025. In this video, I'm going to share 10 of the most important marketing stats every contractor needs to know this year. These numbers don't just show you what's happening, they tell you exactly where the opportunity is. If you're tired of relying on referrals, storms, or hope, this is your roadmap to consistent high-quality lead flow. No fluff, no gimmicks, just data-backed insight you can use starting today. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell to stay updated on our weekly contractor marketing content. Let's face it, the landscape has changed. Did you know that over 50% of consumers run a search before scheduling a home service appointment? And 78% of local searches on mobile devices lead to a purchase within 24 hours. If your business isn't optimized for this digital journey, you're missing out on a massive opportunity. Moreover, cost per click on Google Ads for certain home services keywords can exceed $40, and cost per lead often surpasses $100. That's a significant investment, and without the right strategy, it's money down the drain. But here's the good news. Understanding these statistics can help you tailor your marketing strategy for better results. Let's break down the top 10 stats you need to know. Number 1, the global home service market is expected to grow 18.91% per year from 2019 to 2026. Let's break that down. That's not a typo. Nearly 90% annual growth every single year across the entire home service industry. That includes roofing, HVAC, plumbing, remodeling, pest control. If you wear boots to work and you solve real-world problems in people's homes, this growth is knocking on your door. Now, here's the opportunity. While the market is expanding, that doesn't mean every contractor will benefit equally. In fact, in every boom, only the ones who position themselves correctly, the ones who show up online, who look like the expert, and who make it easy for customers to say yes, are the ones who explode with growth. But here's a risk. If you're not proactively building your digital footprint, your Google rankings, your reviews, your retargeting, your lead follow-up systems, then this industry boom won't lift you up. It'll pass you by. And the contractors who are doing this right, they'll take your market share while you watch. So the question is simple. Are you set up to catch this wave, or are you going to miss it? Because this kind of growth in a blue-collar industry doesn't come around often. The next 1 to 3 years could be the biggest revenue leap your company ever makes, if you have the right marketing in place. Number 2, 78% of local searches on mobile lead to a purchase within 24 hours. Let's stop on this one because it's huge. Think about this stat. Nearly 8 out of 10 people who search for a local service like AC repair near me or roof replacements in city on your phone end up spending more money within a single day. That means mobile searchers aren't just window shopping, they're buying signals. When someone pulls out their phone to Google and type in plumbers near me, they're not searching for next month. They've got a pipe leak, a clogged drain, a broken AC, a roof leak after a storm, and they're looking to hire right now. Here's the kicker. If your business isn't showing up on these mobile searches, if your website isn't optimized for mobile, if your Google business profile isn't ranked in the 3-pack, if your ads aren't dialed in, you're missing out on the most high-intent traffic in the entire industry. You're not just invisible, you're bleeding money every single day to competitors who are showing up. But here's the upside. If you fix this, if you optimize for mobile, build out your local SEO, run high-converting Google Ads, and create a fast-loading, mobile-friendly website, you can capture those ready-to-buy customers like a magnet. It's not about getting more people to search. It's about being the one they find when they do. This one stat alone should light a fire under any contractor still dragging their feet on digital marketing. Number 3, over 55% of consumers run a search before scheduling an appointment. Let's talk about what that actually means for your business. Before a homeowner calls a plumber, books an HVAC inspection, or schedules a roof estimate, more than half of them are Googling first. They're researching, comparing, and silently judging. But here's the part most contractors don't realize. By the time that customer does pick up the phone or fill out a form, they already formed an opinion. Based on what? Your online presence, your Google reviews, your website, whether your Google business profile even shows up. And if it does, whether it looks trustworthy, professional, and legit. If you're not showing up, or worse, you're showing up but looking like a ghost town online, you're losing the job before you even knew it existed. It's like having a store with the lights off and no sign out front. People might pass by, but they're not walking in. Let me be blunt. If your SEO sucks, if your website loads slow, if you got a 1-2-star review from 2019, and your phone number is hard to find, you're invisible in the only place that matters, the customer's moment of decision. But here's the good news. This stat gives you the roadmap. If you want to win, invest in local SEO. Here's what you do. Create dedicated pages for each service you offer. Optimize your Google business profile categories, photos, keywords, and reviews. Get consistent 5-star reviews from real customers. Make your website fast, mobile friendly, and easy to navigate. When you do this right, you don't chase leads. They come to you already convinced you're the expert. This is how modern contractors win in 2025. Not by knocking some doors, but by ranking where it counts. Number 4, cost per click on Google Ads for home services can exceed $40. Let's unpack that for a second. Imagine walking into a casino, putting $40 on a single spin, and hoping it turns into a $10,000 roofing job. That's what some contractors are unknowingly doing every single time someone clicks on their Google ad. Because in markets like roofing, HVAC, plumbing, and emergency services, the cost per click on Google Ads can go over $40 or even $50 or $60 for high-intent keywords like emergency AC repair, roof replacement estimate, 24-hour plumber near me. These are buyer-ready searches. But here's the truth. If you're not doing it right, you're burning right through your ad budget at faster than a flat tire on I-95 and never see the return. Here's what most contractors get wrong. They run ads to their homepage, which is usually slow, cluttered, and confusing. They don't use negative keywords, so they show up for junk searches like DIY plumbing videos. So they don't track calls or form submissions, so they don't even know what's working. And they don't differentiate, so their ads look the same as every other guy in town. If you're paying $40 per click, every single click better count. And that's the good news. When done correctly, Google Ads can be like a vending machine that prints money. We've had clients close $200,000 commercial jobs from a single click. We've seen roofers generate over 400 charged leads in 1 month from local service ads. And we help businesses drop their cost per lead from $125 to $40 just by dialing the targeting and landing pages. So if you're running Google Ads or thinking about it, here's your checklist. First, build a high converting landing page, not a generic homepage. Use call tracking to measure real leads. Split test your headlines, your offers, and your call to actions. Add negative keywords to eliminate garbage clicks. And most importantly, focus on buying intent keywords, not vanity terms. Because if each click costs you $40 on your campaign better run like a tune-up diesel, not a leaky faucet. Number 5, 86% of consumers read reviews for local business. Let's not sugarcoat this. If your online reviews suck, you're losing jobs. Period. In 2025, reviews are the new referrals. Think about how you shop on Amazon. If your product has 3 stars and a bunch of negative comments, are you buying it? Of course not. Now flip that. When a homeowner is looking for a roofer, plumber, or HVAC tech, they go to Google. The first thing they check, your reviews. In fact, 86% of consumers read reviews before hiring a local service. And that number is climbing every single year. And here's what they're looking for. A high average star rating, ideally 4.7 or higher. Consistent recent reviews, not 5 from 3 years ago. It mentions the specific services, for example, great job on your roof replacement. How do you respond to bad reviews, if at all? So if your profile shows 12 reviews for 2018 and your competitor has 215 5-star reviews from last month, guess who's getting the call? Here's the key. Reviews build trust before you ever answer the phone. For contractors, it's even more critical. You're being invited into someone's home. They want to know you're legit, reliable, and respectful, and that others have had good experience working with you. And the best part, you can control this. You can turn reviews into a machine that builds your reputation on autopilot. Here's how. Ask every happy customer for a review before you leave the job site. Text them a direct link to your Google review page. Use a tool like Podium, Nice Job, or Go Ahead Level to automate review follow-ups. Respond to every review, good or bad, so people see you care. Mention the specific service in your reply. For example, glad we could help with your emergency roof repair. Train your techs and your crews to ask, not just the sales guys. Pro tip, video reviews go even further. Ask your best clients to shoot a 30-second video on their phone saying what you did for them. Bottom line, every time a homeowner Googles plumbing near me or roof replacement in my city, they're not just looking at star ratings. They're looking for a reason to trust you. Make sure your reviews give them one. Number 6, cost per lead for home services often exceed $100. Let's talk real numbers, because marketing without math is just gambling. Across roofing, HVAC, plumbing, and remodeling, the average cost per lead has not crossed the $100 mark in many markets. That means every time your phone rings, every form that gets filled out, every free quote request likely costs you $100 plus to generate that lead. And guess what? That number keeps rising. Why? Because more contractors are advertising online than ever before. CPCs, cost per click, are through the roof in Google Ads. Lead aggregators like HomeAdvisor and Angie are buying up all the ad space. And customer acquisition has gotten more competitive and more expensive across the board. So what does that mean for you? If your close rate is weak, or if your leads are unqualified, or if you're not following fast enough, you're setting fire to stacks of $100 bills. But here's the flip side, and this is where the smart contractors win. If you can improve even one part of your lead gen funnel, you can cut your lead costs in half or better. Number 7, 40% of home service consumers who call from search make a purchase. This is one of the most important and most overlooked stats in the entire home services marketing game. Let's say that again. When someone finds your business through search and calls you, 4 out of 10 times they actually buy. That's an insane conversion rate. To put it in perspective, most contractors are thrilled with 10 to 15% close rate on cold leads or contact forms. But with inbound calls from Google search, that rate jumps to 40%. Why? Because calls equals emergency plus intent. Here's what the caller is saying without saying it. I'm not just researching, I have a problem I need solved now. I picked you from the map pack or your ad, now convince me. If you answer, sound professional and can help me, I'm ready to book. This isn't a tire kicker. This is ready to buy a prospect holding a credit card looking for help. But here's the problem. Most contractors are absolutely dropping the ball on phone leads. They list a Google Voice that goes straight to voicemail. The receptionist is overworked or outsourced and doesn't know what jobs to accept. Or worse, nobody answers the phone at all. And remember, this call just costs you $50, $75, maybe even $100 to generate. Every missed call equals a wasted marketing dollar. Every voicemail equals a booked job for your competitor. Every slow response equals an opportunity lost. Number 8, phone calls convert 10 to 15x more revenue than web leads. Let that sink in for a second. 10 to 15 times more revenue from the same exact lead source, just because the customers called you instead of filling out a form. Here's why this matters. In the home services world, not all leads are created equal. And while form submissions and chat widgets have their place, calls are where the real money is made. When someone fills out a form, they might be still comparing 3 other companies, halfway through their research, just trying to get a feel for pricing. Or let's be honest, they might not even be serious at all. But when someone calls your business, everything changes. They're in buying mode. They want answers now. And they're likely dealing with something urgent. A leak, a broken AC, a power outage, a busted water heater. That's why calls convert at 10 to 15 times the revenue of a typical web lead. It's not just a stat, it's a sales strategy. But here's where most contractors drop the ball. They treat phone calls like background noise, like an afterthought. They invest in the ads, they pay for the traffic, but they don't optimize the one thing that actually closes the deal, the call experience. 80% of customers say the experience a company provides is as important as its products and services. Let's get something straight. You could be the best roofer in town, the fastest HVAC tech, the cleanest plumber, but if the customer experience sucks, they're not coming back, they're not referring you, and worst of all, they're definitely leaving a bad review. Here's the truth in 2025. Your work doesn't speak for itself anymore. What speaks for your business is how people feel about working with you, before, during, and after the job. That means how quickly you answer the phone, how professionally your team shows up, whether your estimate is clear or confusing, whether you follow up or disappear after the deposit, whether your check tracks mud through the house or wears book covers, whether the invoice matches what you promised, whether you say thank you when the job is done. If any of that breaks down, even a little, it stains the experience. And that stain lasts a lot longer than your workmanship warranty. But here's the good news. Experience is a controllable advantage. Contractors who obsess over the customer journey, not just the job, end up winning on every level. They get more 5-star reviews. They generate more referrals. They build loyalty, especially in service agreement models like HVAC or pest control. And they command premium pricing because they're not just selling a service, they're selling peace of mind. Let me put it another way. Would you rather be the cheapest guy on Google or the most trusted? Because trust is what customers pay for. And in a commoditized world where the customer can choose from 10 contractors with one swipe experience, this is how you stand out. By leveraging these insights, you can refine your marketing strategy to attract more qualified leads and grow your business. Ready to take your contracting business to the next level? Visit contractormarketingpros.net to book a free strategy call. Let's work together to build a marketing plan that delivers real results. Don't let your competitors outpace you. Take action today. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell to stay updated on our weekly contractor marketing content.